Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be solving questions on absolute value relating to calculus and coordinate geometry. Okay, so the first question we are going to be solving here is question number 44 to 49. Okay, so question number 44 to 49. So we have question number 44 said, that the absolute value of 3x plus 2, okay, plus the absolute value of 9x plus 4 is less than or equal to 30. Okay, so this question will help us answer question number 44 to 45. So first of all, let us solve it. Solution. The first solving is that we remove this line. We're going to remove all the lines. So we're going to remove this line first. So removing this line means the absolute value of 3x plus 2, okay, plus 9x plus 4, okay, which is less than or equal to 30. So this is now absolute value of 3x plus 2 plus times this will give you plus 9x plus 4, okay, is less than or equal to 30. So this will now give us absolute value of 12x plus 6, right, is less than or equal to 30. So to remove this absolute value, just to bring the negative of this to the other side, so we say minus 30, the same sign, is less than or equal to 12x plus 6, which is less than or equal to what? 30. Now this plus 6 will go to the right hand side and go to the left hand side, because anything you do to the right, you must do it to the left. It's a must. So plus going to this side to become minus. So minus 30 minus 6 is less than or equal to 12x, which is less than or equal to what? Student made mistake and just write 30, forgetting to move this one to this side again to be minus 6. If you make that mistake, you must fail. So please be cautious of that mistake. So I'm going to have minus 36 is less than or equal to 12x, which is less than or equal to what? 24, right? 24. So we're going to divide both sides by 12. So I'm going to have minus 36 divided by 24 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 24 divided, sorry, not 24 but 12, sorry, divided by 12 divided by 12. So 36 by 12 I think is 3. 36 by 12 is 3. So this is minus 3 is less than or equal to the next one is so we have 24 by 12 is 2, right? Okay, so less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to what? 2. So this one is now that x is an element of, because this thing has equal to, it's going to be a closed bracket of minus 3 and 2, you close, because it has equal to as well. Okay, so that's the first step. Now the second step is now to remove everybody, remove all this line. First of all, we started removing the line from the inside, so now we are now removing all the line. That's the second step, which is what? That 3x plus 2, okay, plus 9x plus 4 is less than or equal to 30. Okay, so solving this, I'm going to say this and this is giving me 12x plus 6 again is less than what? 30. So I'm having that 12x will now be less than what? 30 minus 6. So we're having that 12x is less than or equal to what? 24, right? So x is less than or equal to what? 24 by 12. So x is less than or equal to what? 2. Now to write this one is that whenever it is just this, it's just to write that the arrow is going this way. So I'm going to write something at that side. So first of all, I'll write 2 and close it this side. This side is already closed because my arrow is going like this. So this side is already closed. So it is closed with this type of bracket because we have equal to. Okay. So the next thing is to write something this side. So writing something this side is, since this is moving now, we don't know where it is moving. So it is moving to my left hand side. So it is moving to negative infinity because I don't know where it is moving to. But if it is moving to my right hand side and I don't know where it is moving to positive infinity. So note that. So, and nobody can get to infinity, so we close it with what? An open bracket. So anytime you write infinity, infinity must be closed with an open bracket. So please note, this arrow is moving this way, unlike this one. And look at this one we wrote. First of all, we wrote 2, and this arrow is moving like this. Okay? When it was moving like this, it was moving till it got to 3. So that is why we wrote 3 here. But in this one, it was moving and we don't know where it is moving to. So we assume that it is now moving to negative infinity because it's in my left hand side. But if it is going to my right hand side, it is moving to positive infinity. Take note of that. So therefore we conclude that what? That here x is an element of open bracket of negative infinity and that 2. Okay? So now the final answer to this, permit me to clean here. Let me clean here. So the final answer to this is now that x will now be an element of the first one, which is a minus 3, 2 intersection minus infinity, 2. Open bracket, please. Open bracket, then close. So for us to get the intersection of this is for us to draw the number line. 0 is always in your in the middle. Okay. So write all the number you're having. Minus should be at my left. So minus 3 should be at my left. Okay. 2 is positive. So 2 is at my right. 2 is at my right. So let us put the bracket. For this one is close bracket like this and close bracket like this. Okay. Now for this particular one is what? The same close bracket. Let me just do it like this. Close bracket of like this. And then infinity that I don't know. Let me say that here is that infinity. Okay. So intersection means what they have in common. If you bear me witness that the only thing they have in common is from here to here, inside this place, is what they have in common. Because this one started here, got to this place, this one still started here and get here. So what they have in common is just this one inside of it. So this man is what they have in common. So the final answer is that x is an element of a closed interval of minus 3, 2. That's what they have in common. So with this now, we can now answer all the questions we are asked to answer, which is question number 44 to 49. Okay, so question number 44. Where is 44? Okay, question number 44 said the general solution to that. So number 44 said the general solution of the range of x. The general solution of the range of x. So the general solution of the range of x is what I've gotten here, which is that x is an element of a closed interval of minus 3, 2. You close the interval. Okay. So number 45 said the neighborhood of x. The neighborhood of x. Now just remember that anytime your neighbor knock at your door, that you must open a door for him or her. Okay, so neighborhood is always an open interval of the same thing, minus 3, 2. Okay, just know that. Remember it by saying that I must open door for my neighbor. So neighborhood goes with an open interval. So question number 46 said we should find the center. Now the center of something simply means to add the both of them, then divide it by 2. So we say a plus b over 2. Okay, or let me start with b. Said b plus a over 2. There's a reason of starting with b. I will show you now. B plus a over 2. They are all the same thing. If you do a plus b, same thing as b plus a, but I want you to know the formula as this. Or just remember that the center of something simply means to add them together and divide by 2. So this is always your a and this is always your b. So which is what? 2 plus minus 3 then divided by 2, which is giving us minus 1 over 2. Because this and this is giving us minus 1. So the center is minus 1 over 2. Now the radius, which is 47, said we should find the radius. Now, radius simply means distance, if you remember. If this is a circle, the distance from the center to any part of the circumference is what we call radius. And distance of something, you must always subtract. If I say I started from 2 and moved 5, and then I ask you, what is my distance? What? For example, let me say, I started from 2 here and moved to 5. And then I say, what is the radius? What is the radius simply means, what is the distance? The distance is where you ended minus where you started from. So I will say 5 minus 2, which will give us what? 3. So radius is where we ended, which is b, minus where we started from, which is A, okay? But in this case, in neighborhood case, we always divide by 2. Please don't forget, we always divide by 2 in neighborhood case, only in neighborhood. So we are going to say that this is 2 minus 3, then divided by 2, which will give us 5/2. So that is the radius, okay? So that is for 67. Now for 68, so for 68, okay, for 68, question number, sorry, 48, sorry, not 68. 48 said the absolute value of x plus 12 is less than or equal to 30. Okay, this one is just one single person. So to remove this line simply means take the negative to this side. So minus 30 is less than or equal to what? X plus 30 plus 12. Okay, which is less than or equal to what? 30. Like I said before, what you do to the left, you must do to the right. So this minus 12 should move to both sides. So I'm going to have minus 30 minus 12 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 30 minus 12. What you do to the left, you must do to the right. So I have 42 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to what? This is 18, right? So therefore, you say that x is an element of a closed interval because I'm having equal to closed interval of minus 42, comma 18. Okay? So that is that. So in question number 48, sorry, 48 said we should find the radius and the center. So the radius r is already, this is my a and b, is a distance, so we say b minus a over 2, which is what? 18 minus 42 over 2, which will give you 18 plus 42. 18 plus 42 is 60. So 60 divided by 2, which is 30. So 60 by 2, which is 30. Okay? So the center is simply to add both of them and divide by 2, which is b plus a over 2, which is what? 18 plus minus 42, then divided by 2, which will give you 42 minus 18 to give us 24. So minus 24 over 2, which is what? Minus 12. So that is the center and the radius of that. So they said we should find the neighborhood. That is question number 49. Say we should find the neighborhood. And like I told you, the neighborhood, I told you that, remember that your neighbor, you always open brackets for him. So neighborhood is now an element of, x is an element of, it was a closed interval. So we say an open interval of minus 42, 18. So always open door for your neighbor, okay? Especially when your neighbor is an opposite sex, okay? Yes. Unlike terms, does what? Attract. Remember that. So that is that for that. I think we are done for absolute. Are we done for absolute value? No. Okay. Question number 89. Question number 89. So let's go over to question number 89. Okay. So question number 89. I'm solving everything about absolute value. Okay. So question number 89 said question number 89 said given that the absolute value of x minus 4 is less than or equal to 6, then the center of the neighborhood of x is, so we should find the center of this. The same method, it does not change. So what do? To remove this line, we say that minus 6 is less than or equal to x minus 4, which is less than or equal to 6. What you do to left, do to right. So we say minus 6 plus, because this is minus, so it's going to be plus 4, is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to what? 6 plus 4. Okay? Sorry, let me check something before I continue. Okay, 6 plus 4. So what do we have? This and this will give us minus 2 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to what? 10. So we say that x is an element of a closed interval of minus 2 comma 10. Okay, why the neighborhood? The neighborhood is now that x is an element of open interval of minus 2 comma 10. Why the center? They say we should find the center, and center is just to add b plus a over 2. Okay, which is what? 10 plus minus 2 divided by 2, which is what? 8 over 2. And 8 over 2 is what? 4. So that is that. So how do you find the radius? Find the radius for me and tell me what the answer is at the comment section. Okay, so the next question now is question number 92. So question number 92. All right, okay, question number 91, 92, question number 91, and question number 91 here said okay, they say given that this, then they now say the center of the neighborhood. Okay, sorry, question number 80. So question number 80C just said we should find the neighborhood, okay, which I've just found. And then question number 90 says we should find the center. So, and I've done that. So question number 92 now says we should find the radius. So do that by yourself, okay? 92 says we should find the radius, and that is what I asked you to do. Don't forget that the formula is what? B minus A over 2. So try that and then tell us what the answer is at the comment section. So we've done 90, 89, 90. So 96 is the next one. So 96 said the center 96, the center of the neighborhood, the center of the neighborhood, the center of the neighborhood of x, if the absolute value of 1 over 3 x minus 1, okay, is less than 3 is dash. Okay, this is very simple, the same thing. For us to remove this absolute value, we say that minus 3, the same sign again, less than 1 over 3x minus 1 is less than 3. So this one will go to left and right, so I'm going to say minus 3 plus 1 is less than 1 over 3x, which is less than 3 plus 1. So this 2 is giving me minus 2 is less than, now this 2 is saying x over 3, I hope you know, which is less than, this one is giving me 4. Okay, we cross multiply. This 3 is going here, this 3 will still go here. So it is at the denominator. Moving to the other side will multiply because it is already dividing. So moving here will multiply. So we have minus 2 times 3 is less than x, which is less than 4 times 3. Okay, which is minus 6 is less than x, which is less than what? 12. So therefore x is an element of an open interval, okay, of minus 6 and 12. Why did I use open interval? Because I did not have equal to here. So they say we should find the center. Don't forget that center, so the neighborhood is the same thing as the general solution, okay, because it's an open interval already. So what do we have? The center is simply what? B plus A over 2. And this is my A and this is my B. So what do we have? We say 12 plus minus 6 divided by 2, which is what? 6 over 2, which is 3. So that is the center to that. So we'll solve number 96. So the next number is 113. Question number 113. So for question number 113, question number 113 said okay, they said the center of the same thing again. So the center, is there a problem? Okay, number 96 and number 113 are just the same question. There is no difference, okay? So 114 say we should find the neighborhood, and I thought that the neighborhood is always the same thing with the general solution because it is an open interval. So we have solved everything about absolute value. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like our video and comment. Share to your friends. May the peace of the Lord be with you.